Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Soul Guidance with Dipti. This is our first quarter activation. We use this time ritualistically to empty ourselves, to come to a place of being able to connect with the deeper intelligence that resides in our subtle bodies. And we use the tool of the tarot to help us come in a place of greater alignment. So, talking of the collective energies, I was clearly shown that these past few days we've been doing a lot of release work in our dream state and our dream consciousness. And if you've been at the purge for a while and you've started to feel the change and the new beginning setting in, a lot of empowerment is happening to us in our dream state. I've been having very vivid dreams that are very potent and very powerful. So, if it helps, you can start a practice of dream journaling because that is really going to help you understand what are certain things that are coming up for you thematically at a subconscious level, and being able to make sense of it helps you go through your own journey in a more systematic and an organized manner. If that is the sort of person that you are, it helps you make meaning of it better. So let's try and understand what is it that's in store for us. So, inviting you to take a couple of deep breaths through your nose and exhaling through the mouth, coming to a place of deeper relaxation than usual. Just being very thankful for this time and working with the intention that may all the wisdom and the light generated through this channeling help all those thousands of people across the globe who are struggling in their own minds. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be free. And with that, Spirit, please show us what is in store for us this week. What are the energies of this first quarter looking like? The first week, the intentions that we set, what's coming up for us to work and bring into deeper alignment. So we are seeing that this week there's a lot that is happening at the personal front, especially in terms of familial relations. So your relationships are what is going to be the vehicle of awakening for you or the vehicle for evolution. And I'm also seeing that this particular container is going to help you put into place certain sacred scriptures or things that you've been learning from other forums. This is a week where all that wisdom is going to really be applicable in your domestic or familial life. And this is going to be a week for you to put into practice all those philosophies, all those nuggets of wisdom or little beliefs of faith that you have about higher consciousness and high life state. Right now, this is really going to happen through your own family units or family systems. If you are somebody who stay by yourself, despite that, I am being shown that the dynamics of the roots that you share with your family, it could be your adopted family and your biological family, the energetics are going to be at play. So a lot is going to resurface for you to be able to make sense and navigate through that situation, to be able to make peace with it. And I'm also being shown that a couple of things that were likely working out materialistically, there could be a little delay in those things manifesting for some of the people in the collective, and a lot of flourishing energy that you would generally feel this week is not going to be supportive of that. We are going to feel little blocks of that sort of energy within ourselves for a little while, but that is happening possibly because there is some very deep seated grief, a very deep seated sense of loss that we have to collectively purge and navigate. And what happens when we sit with these deep feelings, feelings of loss, feelings of sorrow, the sadness, the disappointments? These feelings sweep our inner being and they create place for new joys to come within us. So, if you haven't really been feeling very connected to the high life state or being the most energetic version of who you generally associate yourself being, there is a purpose for it. And that is because there is some sort of loss and sense of grief that we are collectively sensing. And this is very true in terms of the global dynamics, also, if we take into consideration. So, this time is going to be a time for you to be able to make room for those darker feelings. And when you process and sit with those feelings are intelligence, they are energy in motion. And when you sit and process those feelings, then they move to a slightly higher vibration. And let's say the anger will move to sadness. And when you sit with that sadness brings you to a state of little higher calm and peace after you've been able to process that state of grief and sadness within you. So, if you've been feeling very disconnected from your own personal flourishing energies, this is the reason that you need to make place to process those darker and denser emotions within you. And this is going to stay for a while, and then that is what is going to change your inner being or your innermost core. I am being shown that this particular stance in your life, if especially you're feeling a little forlorn and there's a sense of sadness around things that used to be or things that you wanted to manifest in your life, the timelines are moving very, very quickly. And your ability to be able to make peace with the current situation is what is going to help you jump into those parallel timelines and change your universe very quickly and very easily and with a lot of grace. But this particular time needs you to be in your shell, possibly to be by yourself. The loneliness, what is it bringing up for you? You need to question and be able to process that. And all of this, I'm being shown, is very good medicine, because this is really helping you unlayer all those layers of conditioning, all those layers of self protection mechanism that has been around for the longest of time, and it's bringing you to that very authentic core. The inner child in you is actually feeling very happy, although externally you might feel that you are in a flux or things are very chaotic and you are stuck, there's so much of stagnation around. But know that this is very good medicine for your inner child, because your inner child has been yearning for that deeper connection. It has been yearning to be seen and to be felt. And all these feelings of disappointment, grief, sadness, depression that you could be going through are coming up for you to be able to address them in a manner that is most aligned to you and with that, you will become the most authentic and the most honest version of yourself. Your inner child will be healed and you'd be integrated and you'd become one whole. So, this very first quarter is showing us that possibly these are the themes that have come in with the new moon and the new energies and the new intentions that we are consciously bringing into our lives. And yes, if you're hoping that right away you're going to be able to uh, hit the ground running, that might not happen. There are going to be blockages. I'm seeing some sort of stagnancy in terms of materializing of projects and assignments and prospects or payments coming through, but it's just a delay and it will eventually materialize into something that will work in your favor. But the grief, the loss, the disappointment that's coming with this, you have to be able to make space within your being, to not shove any of these feelings under the carpet, but rather be able to embrace them, be very present. And in this situation, can you surrender to the present moment completely? And with that sort of a deep change within your psyche and your consciousness, you are going to come to a place of being where you'll be very authentically happy and you'll be gleaming and you'll be glowing, you'll be gleaming, and there'll be a lot of inner joy and inner peace and inner light that will start radiating, and people in your surroundings are going to be able to start feeling that. Thank you for choosing to join me in bringing in this particular activation. May all that has been brought to light bring about deeper changes in your conscious, subconscious, and supraconscious minds. Please feel free to share this video in your network if you think there's somebody who could be able to do with the guidance that has really come through. So, till we see you next week, I'm wishing you a lot of peace to be able to process whatever it is that the divine brings into picture for us this particular week. So much love. Namaste.